Good afternoon, friends. I wanted to get on today just to read a letter out loud that was in a pack of letters and other ephemera that I found at an antique store in St. Augustine. I'm not going to read a letter that has identifying information because the relatives of these people are probably still very much alive. I did a little bit of research on them, and it is a Navy veteran who was in the Navy on an aircraft carrier during the Korean War. And he passed away about 20 years ago or so. But I'm sure he has children who might be living, so to maintain privacy and all of that, I will not be sharing all of the other letters. But this one was just a letter written to him from a friend, evidently when he had recently gone into the Navy and was on the carrier. So I thought I'd read it just because letters, I just feel like that people don't write letters anymore, obviously, but they don't, even when they do, I feel like they don't write them like this. It's just very interesting the way he uses his words, and I thought it would be fun to share this with you today, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I did. This is written on Stationery from a hotel in New York City, February 9th, I'm guessing 1952 based on the other things in the pack that I have. Dear amigo, just to show you what a good penny-pinching civilian I am, I will use some of this hotel stationery. I was immediately impressed by its fine quality and heavy weight, just could not resist bringing a few sheets home with me. I was in New York City last week on company business, also revisited some of the old haunts, Greenwich Village and otherwise. The town is about the same as ever. Was quite busy much of the time, but did have a few pleasant experiences with fine food in bohemian environments. Alice and boy child moved in with Grandmother Martin during my absence. Needless to say, I was greatly pleased to be a recipient of one of your splendid letters on that excellent Valley Forge stationery. I was deeply moved to hear of the rigorous weather you have been experiencing. Truly, you must have your sea legs firmly established by now. Also, reading between the lines, you seem to be well adjusted to the Navy life, which is a tribute to your open-minded, readily adaptable personality. I am envious to hear of your prestigious rate of book reading, and am jealous of the knowledge which you are obtaining. I don't think you could be spending your time in a more profitable manner, save for writing a letter to Maurer. The Navy life now seems to be far behind us. The pleasant taste of California living still remains with us, and is likely to for some time. We seem to fit in the house as if it were an old shoe. The lack of decorating and fixing up is indicative of my lazy habits. It seems as if our entire life is daily centered upon the care of Robbie. He takes all of our time, with the result that everything else goes to pot, as it were. Even such fond pleasures as piano pounding and paintbrush wielding are now denied me. As for the house, the furniture still sits where the movers dumped it. The floors are bare save for one room, and the walls are completely unadorned. The funny thing is, I don't particularly mind it. The care of Robbie and sleep for ourselves seems of much greater importance. As for the news on the home front, there is not much to offer. The only mutual acquaintances that we have are the Higgins. Had to tempt them with a free meal to get them over. You are right in that Johnny is still playing cat and mouse with his father. He told me the whole situation over several beers at the Lucas Hunt Grill. Right now, he's greatly concerned about the housing situation. He still would like to build, but I'm afraid that B doesn't want to wait until they get around to it. The holdup seems to be to find a decent lot in northwest St. Louis that might please his father. They have found lots out in the west suburban area, but his father has not shared his enthusiasm for that end of town. They are currently trying to interest his father in a newly built 6-room and unfinished attic house in Belle Noire. I don't know what the tab is, so will not venture an opinion as to how receptive the elder will be. B has also convinced Johnny as to their need for new transportation. I imagine they will be getting a new car soon. Johnny is going through the usual stages of demoralization that confront one when they find out how little their excellent, reliable, dependable, and almost lovable old car is worth on a trade. We haven't seen the Tromblers, the Rips, the Steinmetz, the Celestial Airborne, Eldon, nor even your spouse and son. We have made effort to get a little social life going, but something always seems to come up to make us back down. I think we will try to see Mary Jo the next time we're out in that end of town. It has been 3 weeks since we were over to my mother's. I think that as soon as Robbie starts to walk, he will be less fretful during the day and will also sleep through the night. He stands up quite a bit now, but not alone. He is also pretty good at crawling, if it is to his own interest to get from one point to another. He's getting to be a smart little critter, and when feeling good, exudes good cheer to all comers. I am pretty busy at Shell right now. My feet are a little more on the ground. The atmosphere is entirely different with the new boss. I work directly for him. He is a smart cookie, and the premium is now on intelligence, knowledge, and his speedy decisions. I talked with Goldsberry briefly while in New York. His efforts are now entirely concentrated on personnel procurement, so you can well imagine he is quite happy. I have had 2 unsought-after deals on job changing, but did not bite on either, the principal reason being doubt as to how well I can handle the work, and doubt as to how happy I would be. On the other hand, Shell treated me pretty good on my return and raised the ante by a C note. I plan to give it a little more time and see how things go. It won't be too long now before you'll be back stateside for your availability. No doubt you're looking forward to it, both from the standpoint of its duration and from the standpoint of a change of scenery. I would like to sample the way of life in the Northwest. Then, too, your second heir is indeed almost in the offing, and it is my sincere hope that everything is going well in that respect. I anticipate seeing you sometime during this shore leave. I hope that you can fit a visit in with your plans. The winter has been mild so far, and would like it to continue to be the same. The city of St. Louis is apparently getting off its stuff and attempting to do something about the congestion. Instead, included in the new ordinances are proposal to limit parking on all main arteries during the hours of 0700 and 1800, and to prohibit the movement of trucks into the downtown area, save for bona fide pickups and deliveries. Also, more of the downtown streets are to be made one way, and the streetcars are to be removed from Washington Avenue altogether. I can imagine the confusion that will result from the rerouting of most of the public transportation in the downtown area. Also noted a significant item in the paper to the effect that the last new office building in the downtown area was completed in 1926. The telephone listings in the area have fallen off sharply, and that the volume of retail sales have dropped. The city has sure lost all stimulus for growth. Can't think of anything more to say except I should welcome an early letter from you. Meanwhile, here's wishing you the best of luck. So I hope you enjoyed that little letter today. I love the way he words things. It's so relatable, all of it, especially the part about realizing how much your car is really worth when you go to trade it in, and what it's like to be moving or just a parent of a new child. So thank you for joining me today, and if I come across any more letters in this pack that I can share, I will be sure to do so. Let me know if this is something you enjoy or not, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.